Okay, so one time when I was a little younger, I was like in middle school. I had one of my baby teeth left still, and I remember with my friends, I was eating a bag of Takis, and I remember one of the kids was coming up to me, and they was like, "Oh my God, Monet, hide your bag of Takis. We don't want so and so to, eat your whole bag of Takis." So I had one Taki left in my hand, and I was like, I ate it, and I was like, and all of a sudden I heard, and I was like, and it was a little extra crunchy, but I didn't mind. So then later on that day, we was laughing, kikiing it up, smiling, and one of my friends was like, "Monet, did your tooth fall out? When did your tooth fall out?" I was like, feeling for it, and I was like, "Yo, it's gone." I was like, "What happened to it?" And I was like, I think I ate my tooth. Like, I didn't swallow it, I ate it. I chewed it up, swallowed yum yum in my tummy. So then later on that day, this kid comes up to me, and he's all like, "Ew, did you really eat your tooth?" And I was like, the little boy comes up to me, and he's like, "You eat teeth?" And I was like, "No, I just accidentally ate my tooth." And as I'm explaining it to him, he's like, "Stop! Is that why you're so skinny? Is that why you're anorexic? You eat teeth for breakfast, and you eat bones, and this, that, and the other." And he's just going up on me, and I'm like, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then, mind you, this kid is younger than me, and he was my neighbor. So my friend at the time, she's the fighter. Before I could even process what this little boy is saying to me, she's like, I'm about to talk to my friend ain't the kind of way with the little boy. And so then we go up to his door because we about to snitch, because we was like, we don't play that, because we gonna beat his ass if we don't snitch. So his dad puts his fingers together and whistles, and the little boy comes running like a dog. And then the little boy's like, "Yeah, Dad." And he's like, "Hey, are you messing with these girls? Are you making fun of them?" He's like, "I sure did. Who gonna beat my ass?" And his dad's looking at him like, "I did not raise you that way." And so my friend he tries to hit my friend, and my friend grabs him by his shirt, and he's like, "Whop!" As my friend is beating the absolute dog shit out of this little boy, his dad was just watching the whole thing. He was like, "I see nothing. I see nothing. What is happening? I see nothing." And so then after like a solid minute of this little boy getting his ass beat by my friend, the dad's like, all right, y'all can stop now. And the little boy's crying because he's a little bit. And then the little boy's like trying to hit my friend again. And the dad's like, he pushes him into the house. And he's like, "Nah, you're done." He's like, "But she hit me. She did it." And the dad's like, "No, you shouldn't have been making fun of him. That's what you get." And then after he tells the little boy to go in the house, he's like, "You're grounded, go in the house." The little boy's like, "No!" So he goes in the house crying, screaming, and the dad apologizes to me on his son's behalf. He's like, "I am so sorry. I did not raise him that way." The next day he came to my house apologizing. They brought like some food or something. I can't even remember, but yeah. Okay, so my mom doesn't like me telling this story, but I'm gonna tell it anyways, because it's a little traumatic, but I mean, it is what it is. So this is the last time I ever got whooped. Okay, so at the time my mom was dating this guy, right? He was a little bum, but anyways, I digress. And he had a daughter. I hated her. That's the gist of the story. So she would come over to our house all the time, eating up all our food, being rude, being foul, being goofy. So I remember my mom had bought some cookies from the dollar store, and the little girl was like, "Can I have some?" And I was like, "No." And then she's like, "Ah!" So she went and told my mom, and my mom was like, "Give her some cookies." And I was like, "Okay, fine." Give her cookies. I keep giving her cookies. And it's one of those generic packs of like the sandwich cookies, and there's like a million of them in there. She ate every single one of them except for like 5. So obviously I got upset, I got mad, and I was like getting mad at her, and she was like, "You're being mean to me." And I was like, "I'm gonna tell your dad." So she beat me to it. She was like, "I'm gonna go tell my dad." So she was like, "Ah!" And she, with her little gremlin self, ran into like my mom's room and was like, "She's not letting me eat cookies even though I ate them all." And my mom, I don't know why, I think something happened with her and like the girl's dad or something, because she just was like, she came into the room talking about poof, who in here not letting her eat cookies? I was like, me. And I remember I had talked back, and my mom was like, "Who you think you?" And I was like, oh, my bad, I was getting beat. So yeah, she just kept whooping me. And then I remember after that, I was like, I'm gonna run away. So I ran away for a little bit. It wasn't even like running away. I packed a backpack and I went outside and walked around my neighborhood. That's all I did. And then I came back home. But as I was coming back home, my mom, the little girl, my brother was like, "Where are you? She told me you was running away." I looked at her and I almost lit her on fire. There's part 3 to that motherfucking gremlin. Okay, so After I got done, you know, running away or whatever, I literally come back home, and at this point in time, it's like nighttime now, everything's settled down. She comes up to me, I'm laying down on the ground just chilling watching TV. She comes up on top of me, over me, and was like, ha ha, you got beat, your mom got, and I was like, and then she thought she had a point. She said something I cannot remember, and she was like, as she was leaving, and as she was like about to turn, or as she was turning around walking away, I don't know what possessed me to like grab her by her fucking legs and pull. So she was like, aha, you got the, and she just fell on her fucking face. And then I got up, and I got over on top of her, and I was like, can you shut the fuck up? I hate you. And then she cried herself to sleep. We still cool now. We cool now. I'm gonna tell you why my family don't get together no more. Okay, so one time my family got together and they made gumbo. My cousin made gumbo, and he bought a grip of crab legs this time because he wanted a ball. Okay, so everyone goes into the backyard, right? You know, chilling. My uncle's in the kitchen. So then eventually my uncle joins them in the backyard, and then all of a sudden, you know, everyone's like, okay, let's go eat some gumbo. Bro, they go into the pot and they see that there's no crab legs in it. So one of my cousins was like, hey, yo, did you put any crab in this? And my cousin's like, of course I did. Like, I bought a grip of crab. There should be crab in there. Bro, they stir in the pot, looking, searching, trying to find any crab legs. Bro, so then everyone's in the house looking for the damn crab legs. Cause he was like, I could have sworn I put them in there. Then one of my cousins is all like, I saw blah 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 in the kitchen last. I saw him in the kitchen last. So then my cousin looks over at my uncle, and he's like, did you take the crab legs? And my uncle's like, nah, like, why? That's ghetto. Why would I do that? Blah blah blah. So then my cousin goes into my uncle's car and sees that there is one of his pots in there, and he's like, bro, open up your car door. So he opens up his car door, and the pot was filled with all of the crab legs. The pot was filled to the brim with all the crab legs. My cousin got so mad. He was like, Nick, why didn't you? Why? All the crab legs? He was like, and in my pot? I was like, if you was gonna come over here and steal some crab legs, you could have at least brought a pot. So, since that day, my cousin told me, he was like, yeah, that's why. He was like, you ever wonder why we didn't have no family gatherings? That's exactly why. You blame your uncle for stealing the damn crab legs that one time. Yeah. At one point in time, I used to live with my co-workers. We were roommates. All of us went to the beach, except we didn't invite the ones we didn't like. So that week we had to do laundry, and we had to go to a laundromat. So I had put my bag of laundry in the trunk of the van, and when we got to the laundromat, I took it out of the van and I put it in the back seat because I needed to grab the laundry liquid. So I go to the back and get the laundry liquid, and when I come back out into the front, I see my coworker literally rubbing my bathing suit through the bag and gazing off into space. And I'm trying to make eye contact with anybody else. I'm like, what the? Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. Nobody was making eye contact with me to like direct their eyes towards him to see that he's like rubbing my bathing suit. And when he got done rubbing it, he did this. Have y'all ever met a celebrity? Because I have. Miss Willow herself. She saw my work on Instagram, right? And she was like, oh my god. She didn't say it like that. She was probably like, oh my god, because you know her voice is a little deeper. She said, oh my god, I gotta have her make something for me. And she hit me up on Instagram in my DM. She said, my DMs, yo. And she was like, hey, I like what you've got. Can you make me an outfit, please? She's not British, but anyways, so I was like, yes, absolutely, Miss Willow. Yes. So now me and Willow are working on making an outfit for her. I hope she likes it. She's giving me, you know, bad metal, bad bitch queen vibes, alternative vibes, rocker bitch vibes. So I wanted to make a look like that, but with like color, you know? So can you stop? Color.